Let me be very honest with you right from the start. If you think the US job market is just slowing down, you're underestimating what's really happening. Because what I'm about to show you today is not just a small dip, not just a soft patch, but a trend that's quietly getting worse month after month. And if you work a job, run a business, invest in stocks or crypto, or you're just trying to support your family, this directly affects you. So don't skip this video, because the next few minutes might completely change how you see the economy in 2026. Let's zoom out first. Look at the bigger picture. Before we even talk about January, I want you to understand something very important. Let's go back a few years. Back in 2022, the job market was on fire. Every month, we were adding 200,000 jobs, 300,000 jobs, 400, 500. Some months, even 800,000 new jobs. Companies were hiring like crazy. If you wanted a job, you could get one. Employers were competing for workers. It felt strong, it felt healthy, it felt safe. But fast forward to today, and it's a completely different story. Now, those big numbers are gone. Instead of hundreds of thousands, we're barely adding 100,000, then 80,000, then 50,000. And recently, we're not even creating jobs, we're losing them. In fact, during the last 7 months alone, 3 months showed negative job growth, meaning more people lost jobs than got hired. October alone, 173,000 jobs disappeared, gone, just like that. Let that sink in. And then January hit, and it got worse. So everyone was hoping January would show improvement, maybe a rebound, maybe a recovery. Instead, we got hit with another disappointment. The ADP private payroll report came out. Private companies added only 22,000 jobs. That's it. In a country of 330 million people, just 22,000 jobs. And here's the scary part. Economists were already expecting a weak number of 45,000, and we still missed that. Even the low expectations were too optimistic. That tells you something. Hiring isn't just slowing, it's freezing. The chief economist at ADP even said, employers are cautious, hiring is softening across the economy. In simple English, companies are scared to hire. Now here's where things get ugly, because it's not just slow hiring, it's job cuts, mass layoffs. The Challenger report showed something shocking. In January alone, 108,000 plus job cuts. That's a 118% increase from last year. Not 10% higher, not 20% higher. It doubled. That's not normal. That's not healthy. That's a warning sign. So where are these jobs disappearing from? Let me break it down. Transportation lost over 31,000 jobs. Technology cut about 22,000. Healthcare lost 17,000. And that one surprised me the most, because you'd think healthcare would be growing, right? We have an aging population, more patients, more demand. So why are hospitals cutting staff? Simple. Costs are exploding. Hospitals are paying workers more. Equipment costs more. Supplies cost more. Maintenance costs more. But government reimbursements, Medicare and Medicaid, are going down. So what happens? Expenses go up, money coming in goes down, hospitals have no choice. They cut jobs. And unfortunately, patients suffer too. Now, let's talk about something nobody wants to admit. AI, artificial intelligence. This one's uncomfortable because it's not theory anymore. It's happening right now. AI already replaced over 7,600 jobs just last month. That's 7% of all cuts. And honestly, that number is just the beginning. Because companies are realizing something. AI doesn't take vacations. AI doesn't call in sick. AI doesn't ask for raises. It's cheaper, faster, and available 24/7. Even customer service jobs, many aren't humans anymore. You might think you're chatting with a person, but it's AI. This shift is accelerating fast, and 2026 could be the year it really explodes. Here's another red flag nobody's talking about: job openings. Because even if you lose your job, you'd hope there are other opportunities out there. But guess what? those are dropping too. Last year, 7.5 million openings. Now, 6.5 million. That's 1 million fewer opportunities. So think about the situation we're in. Job creation, down. Job openings, down. Layoffs, up. That's a dangerous combination. So what does this mean for you and the economy? Let's connect the dots. Here's how the economy really works. Consumer spending makes up 70% of U.S. GDP. Not government, not corporations, regular people, you. But if people are scared about their jobs, what happens? They stop spending. They delay buying cars. They cancel vacations. They eat out less. They stop shopping. And when spending drops, businesses make less money. Then what do businesses do? More layoffs. Then even less spending. And boom, you get stuck in what economists call a doom loop, a cycle that feeds itself. And that's exactly what the Federal Reserve is terrified of. So what will the Federal Reserve do? Now we get to the big question, interest rates. The Fed has been cutting rates to protect the labor market. But here's their problem. Inflation is still high. If they cut rates too fast, inflation gets worse. If they don't cut, unemployment rises. They're trapped. Right now, there's about a 77% chance they do nothing at the next meeting, only a small chance of cuts. But if job losses continue, they might be forced to act, and fast. Here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. When unemployment starts rising, it doesn't rise slowly. Historically, it spikes, fast. Recessions don't happen gently. They happen suddenly. And the early warning signs? We're already seeing them. Final thoughts, emotional close. Look, I'm not saying panic. I'm not saying the sky is falling. But I am saying this. Pay attention. Because the data doesn't lie. The job market is weakening. Hiring is slowing. Layoffs are increasing. And 2026 might be a very different year than people expect. So I want to hear from you. If you're job hunting right now, is it harder than before? Are companies responding, or is it quiet out there? Drop a comment. Your story might help someone else. And if you found this breakdown helpful, subscribe, because when the official government jobs report comes out next week, I'll update you immediately. Stay informed, stay prepared, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.